My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
We're going to start. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Go. Let's go.
Darnold from the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Set. Right at the 80. That's a lot. Hey! Express! Great!
Newton on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Off play action. Newton. And an alley to run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
The Bears' 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Let's get it.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now Sproles. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Bears take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the whip. Check the backer, check the backer. Check.
Newton to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
20.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know it's a cliche, but he's a Stanford kid, so his ability to read and diagnose and make a play, you kind of figure he's got that, and he does. Nice play by Justin Reed getting near the line of scrimmage and making the tackle. But he can play the deep ball as well. Patrol center field. I just love all of his skill attributes, and when you really need him, he can jump into the slot and cover guys as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on
I
that.
think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got more time, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On 1st and 10, Newton. The left side completion to Jones. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Gators take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Darnold. It's brought in by Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike tight. Red 80. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Back to throw, Darnold. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Sproles, the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
20. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get that ball. Get that ball.
On first down, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he spots Henderson open left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 4. Check 4. Check 15.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
20. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Check. Stop here, D.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Single. Back. Check.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Darnold. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Mike, you don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. Left side complete. Safarian-Jenkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Darnold now to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
that?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Newton eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 50, Newton. Got a man, it's right. The 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
56 right there, right there. Gun. So don't say nothing. 20.
From the red zone now, Newton. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Newton now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered him.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Carl Nassib coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Check 31, check 31. Tighten up. Gun.
Here's Jones. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Elliott. Shedding the tackle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The result of first down is a quick slant gets him 14. On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, let's see. He was 8 of 13 prior to that pass. Now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game. Not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. But when they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. It's complete to Golden Tate. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go sack. 56 is the mark. Coming to you, coming to you.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Darnold into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time. On 1st down, Darnold. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. To throw is Darnold. This throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Newton on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check, check. Lucky. Great.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
20.
Off play action. Newton. Throw left side, completes a QT. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They're running it. Rush in.
This is Jones. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He's back to throw. Doxson with a grab over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Darnold. He's going to go up top for the hit. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check that, check that. Hey, who's that? Gun. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Right there.
He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On first down, it's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the two-point try. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're on the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Bears, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.